Good afternoon, welcome back to Stowtown TV. I'm Adam, I'm joined with Lau. How are you, mate?
Doing okay yourself?
Yeah, very good, thank you. Had some time to set up and get things in position, so we should be good. We're at Shoemakers Lane, home of Swaffham Town. It's the reverse fixture, already played them in the league, but we've got another trip here to come on a cold Tuesday night later on in the season. But this should be a really good test because Swaffham gave us a great game at home and we ended up drawing 1-1, one of only 3 draws that we've had this season. Alex, what have you got to tell us about today that you know? What's the inside information?
So just got the Stow team, 3 changes from our last game against Long Melford. We've got Seb Dunbar back in, Leon Otley-Gooch starting, Tom Bullard suspended after picking up the 5th booking, and Robbie Sweeney as well coming into the starting 11. Anton Clark dropping to the bench, Dave Cowley also on the bench, and coming back into the squad, Matt Blake, who's missed the last couple of games with an injury, and Dean Bowditch, who came off half-time against Stanway with a little bit of an injury. They're both back in the squad, so a strong bench as well for Stow.
Yeah, that was going to be my first impression from what you said there. The benches must be extremely strong today. Should we need any late heroics?
Absolutely, and we look at this game last season in the Vars, 0-0, one of the best 0-0s we've ever seen, so we've got a lot of options if it is a tight game towards the end.
Yep. I look forward to having a look. I mean, I've got a high position up on a nice safe scaffolding platform, so it will all be mine from up there. We'll sort of cut back to you, we'll sort of see the fans around the ground because there's a bit of fancy dress going on today by the sounds of it, and then we'll have a look at the match and see what we think about it, but catch up with you afterwards. Thanks a lot, cheers.
for the league. England's number one. England's number one. England's number one. England's number one. Ah, Robbie. Super day. Super day. Bye, Jack. Well done, boy.
Another game done. 5-0 to Stowmarket today. It was. I didn't envisage it being 5-0 when we got to half time. First half was fairly quiet, to be honest, and then second half, I think Stow just really got the job done, did the business. Alex, what did you make of it?
Yeah, I think that's a fair assessment. We look at these games coming to places like this. It's a difficult place to come. Obviously, we had the pitch inspection this morning. The game was in doubt. Getting the first goal early on was good. The second goal gives Stow a bit of breathing space, and then the early goal in the third goal from Josh's hat-trick early in the second half kills the game, and then it was just a matter of how many Stoke could get, and got to give credit as well to James Bradbrook saving the penalty to keep another clean sheet today.
Yeah, and the penalty was fairly soft. I think when we look back, we'll see it on the highlights, but that's been our weakness in terms of actually conceding goals, has been penalties and set pieces. So it was great to actually get one on film that got saved as well, and still to preserve that clean sheet. I had a chat with Patrick in the week, and I said, for me, like I have no doubt that we will score goals. So it's not about that part of it for me. It's keeping the clean sheets, and today the defence, we sort of had a mix around because Bully was out. How did you think they dealt with that today?
I think they did okay, and Leon Otliguch, who had to come off unfortunately towards the end with an injury, and we'd already used our 3 subs, so we played the last, I think, 10-15 minutes with 10 men. So we don't know what the early diagnosis is with him, but hopefully he'll be alright. But yeah, I think they slotted him well, and we've seen Leon play a couple of games now since he's come back from injury. He slotted him really well. And Joe Jefford, you know what you're going to get with him as a centre back every time. He's solid, just like Tom Bullard. So I think that the defence have done well.
Yep. I don't think we've got nothing to call into question in terms of squad rotation, but I think just in terms of having a change around, I think they settled really well. It'll be interesting to watch a couple of those goals back. Mayhew's third and Cowley's goal were absolutely fantastic, but I thought the other 3 were carbon copies of each other, almost close tap-ins. Nothing bad about it, but for us, do you think it was just a good example of taking the chances when they came along?
I think so. It could have been more. Their goalkeepers made a couple of saves, but there was some good link-up play out there today with the front people up there. Robbie Sweeney as well, getting another assist.
Every week.
Christy Finch, I think he set one up as well, and yeah, the whole front line looked pretty switched on today. So I think as a Stow fan, you can only be happy with what you've seen here this afternoon.
Finch was strong. He won a lot of the ball first half, and I think all round, like you say, it's a really positive performance and a good way to sign off before Christmas. We've got one more game to come before the end of the year. We're at home to Walsham, close neighbours, so that should be a good one. That's on December the 28th. I'll look forward to that, and hopefully we'll both see you there. Thank you very much.
Cheers. Thank you, guys.